the rain came down, so came in the house. We have our harvest here. This is my dining room. I have my seating table set out in the garage, but it is very hot in that garage. So I am not going in that garage right now. So my family has to deal with me being in here. So we have the basil. This smells so good. This is what we harvest today together. Let me put you down here. We harvest this together today. A little bit of beans, the red beans, swan beans, and the carrots, and some celery that I'm going to dehydrate. So I have my dehydrator out, and this is going to be out for the whole gardening season until I'm finished, if I'm finished dehydrating my herbs and whatever, and all of that good stuff. So I do have, this is an Excalibur dehydrator. So I do have it here. This is one of my calendulas that I'm just letting it dry on this drying rack. I have some thyme here and some more basil. Here you go. This is what goes with the thyme. That's here. And some more thyme here. So I'm just going to put those all together. I dehydrated the thyme on the stem. And it still smells so good. It still smells really good. So I'm going to try to be as neat as possible so I don't make a mess. As neat as possible. And I'm going to put these in mason jars. I already have my some of my basil in a mason jar, but I don't have any more time because I didn't grow that much or harvest that much before it started flowering. So that goes to this. Let me not get things all mixed up. Yeah. So this is oregano. We grew the oregano. That's oregano from last year. And this is some more thyme and a calendula flower. That if you've seen my other video, I said I was making the lotion for my son who has eczema. And also it's good for, I failed to mention that it's also good for like if you have cuts and bruises. And with 7 children around, there's always cuts and bruises in this house. So, and this is some rosemary. Trying to be as gentle as possible. Some more oregano. I do not recognize. Oh, this is some green onions I mixed in here. This is my basil from last year. These tops I had bought off of, this is a mason jar. I bought the tops off of Amazon. So they come with this, and then they come with the rubber piece inside of it. Let me show you. This is the box. I'm wondering if they have how many pieces come in here. Probably do. So is this the top, and this is the regular mount. I'm sure they sell the wide mount for the wide mount jars as well, and this rubber piece that goes in here. Yeah. And this is some thyme from last year, a little bit left. So I need to get some jars from downstairs, and I didn't put a rubber piece on this one. I need to, so we can see how, you'll be able to see how I get it in there. This is just one piece, just one little piece go in here like this. Focus, thank you. Goes in there in that little crevice area right there, and it goes, push it down, push it down, push it down in there. And I have I dehydrated some leeks that I grew, and I have them saved in this. And also I ordered stuff from Azure Standard, like seasoning, and they come in, you know, the bags. So I put my seasoning inside of there. If I still, okay, let me get to the basil This is the basil. The basil I harvest today, I'm going to dehydrate and give it to my mom. Because I have more than enough here. Oregano. I don't know, some of them dehydrated and they were still green like this. Focus. It was still green like this. And then, let me see. And then others like this, brown. But it still smells amazing. Green or brown, it smells amazing. Usually I use a funnel, and I should, because it would help. Not the funnel. What I would love to have is a freeze dryer. It will come. It will come. Do I have any more basil? Yes, we do. It's thyme and oregano. It's so much more easier to just use the right tools, get the right tools for the right job. Let me, instead of transferring it, just put that there. I need to get a wide mouth funnel like this because this year I purchased wide mouth jars for canning, because this year I want to can beef. I have canned already chicken soup because when I got sick, when anyone in this house is sick, I'm the one that makes the chicken soup, right? So there's a get well soon recipe that I use. Well, not a recipe, but it's a soup that I use because yeah, it's called get well soon. And when I was sick this year, my husband said, I said I want some soup, and my husband said, oh, I'm gonna go to the store and get you some soup. He was getting me canned soup. And so I said, wait a minute, I don't eat canned soup from the store. I do not. I do not eat canned soup from the store. I was not raised eating canned soup from the store. So I canned my own soup. So when I'm sick, or anyone else is sick, but mainly me, because I can make some soup. If someone is sick, I can make it. But it's nothing like just getting that soup out and just putting it inside of the and just putting it on the stove and then adding your seasoning, because when I canned the soup I didn't add any salt or anything to it, so I'm going to add my seasoning. This is the oregano. When okay, so these jars, I do have time on there. These jars, I don't really like these canning jars, because after when you're about to put the lid on, for some reason it does not fit. Even the ball and the golden harvest lids do not fit on there properly. So I don't really care for these jars. So these jars, I just use them as, and their lids, I use the This was cowboy candy that I canned in 7.5. So I just used the reusable. Oh my God, why is it not focusing? So the cowboy candy I canned on July 5th of last year, and I used the lids that came with this and their thing also to just put those jars inside of it instead of using up the reusable ones. So I need a bigger jar. So we're finished with the oregano. Ooh, the awesome smelling oregano that has been dehydrated. So let me put this back in there. I'm gonna drop this in here in a jar. So I want to bring you over here. This is where I have my garlic drying. This is where I do my seed starting. So I have my garlic on these racks all the way up here, garlic, and I think one onion, yeah, one onion on this rack. This is the red onion. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy, like overly blessed. I have to look at our video that we did together, the harvest that we did with this, to see exactly how long it's been sitting here. But these seem pretty dry. It seemed pretty dry. So I can definitely take care of that, but I don't want to take care of it in here. I want to do it outside because I saw on Homestead Heart, they were doing it outside, and she was composting these. I didn't know I could compost this. I guess this can be like my brown material in my compost, but right now I can't put my foot in closed shoes, so I don't want to go over by my compost because the grass is high over there. I don't want to go over there. So I'm gonna take these and put them inside of like a paper bag or something that I hold like my potatoes when I have them in the closet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So go back and look at the garlic harvest I did with my Bear, and you'll see all. Look at this. This is an elephant garlic. It's an elephant garlic. So all my elephant garlic, I'm gonna dehydrate. I'm going to go into dehydrate and use them as powders, onion powder. Yeah. And some of my garlic I'm going to store it because I have some stored, and then the others I'm going to take it and I put it inside of the food processor, and I put a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil. I think I use olive oil, and I blend it up, puree it soft, and then put it in the silicone molds and stick it in the freezer, let it freeze, and then I take it out the cubes, like ice cube trays, but it's silicone, and take it out of there, and I put it inside the plastic bag, in the freezer bag, and put it in the freezer. So every time I need to use them, I don't have to keep peeling garlic. I can just take it out of there and put it in whatever I need to put it in. And this also, this one also here is some more, and I have another rack over here that has some more garlic, and the onions. This is the sweet onion that's here. The onions are over here, but most of the onions were harvested already. These are just the ones that were left back. But what I wanted to show you, right, is if you look at the video I just posted today, today is what day is today? The 22nd. That one with the mini mid-June tour. I'm getting garlic scapes though. Even though they're here, drying, garlic scapes are coming up. I don't know why. Is it because I left the roots on? But I was told you're supposed to dry it with the roots. And this is a garlic scape I took off of there. This is another garlic scape I took off of there also. So I'm going to keep these garlic scapes because what I'm doing with them is just snap it off. What? It still smells good. What I'm doing with the garlic scapes is cutting them up and putting them in the freezer. Yeah. I know I've seen other gardeners do pesto with it, but I would have to look up a recipe for pesto, which it's not going to be that difficult to do. But right now I just want to use it as a stir fry. See, more garlic scapes are coming up. Garlic scapes are coming up. Oh, and over here I have garlic scapes on the floor too. Over here is avocado. I bought avocado, and my mother, she starts avocado plants in water like the traditional way that I've seen everyone doing before. Like they put it in the water with the toothpicks. Me, I'm good with soil. So I put mine, I have 5 avocado seeds, that avocados I bought from the store, and I put them inside of the soil and they grow. So 2 came up. These are gonna come up because I felt around in there and they did open at the bottom, and they send down their roots. So these are the first ones. You see the roots come? Look at the roots coming through there. I'm gonna give my mom one of these. Yeah, because she gave me one of hers that she did. So, and then she had a really big avocado plant, and she put it out too soon last year. Yeah, it was last year. She put it outside too soon and it died. Yeah, so I might give her, because I already have 2. One that I already did like this last year, and I have 3 here. I have 5 here, so I think I'm gonna give her 2. So when I told her that's how I start mine, she was like, really? I said, yeah, that's how I started. That's how it starts. So that is my seed starting section right by the window, and I have my lights and everything there. So it doesn't have to be like this big fancy, it doesn't have to be this big fancy thing. You know, you just get started. You just get started. Yes, that's my voice. You just get started. So today I'm gonna start some more squash plants. So by the time those squash plants are ready to go, are ready to get, you know, the squash bug get to them and everything else get to them, I'll be able to put some more squash plants in there to a continual harvest, a continual succession planting. Amen. Succession planting. What I'm doing, I'm gonna put my herbs inside of my cabinet, because what I am trying to do is just get fresh herbs, like herbs that I grow, and put them in a cabinet. Of course, you know, certain things you have to purchase, like your kosher salt and things like that, black pepper and things like that. Of course, I will need to purchase that. I haven't found a way to get that yet. So things like that I would purchase, but I plan to purchase those things from Azure Sanders. So I'm just using everything up because I'm not a wasteful person. Was not raised to be wasteful, and I'm not a wasteful adult. So I'm going to use the things that I have, the seasonings that I have in there. And I also saw on Acres Homestead that you can make your own seasoning sauce and your own Italian seasoning. And clearly you can make your own garlic seasoning, your own garlic powder and minced garlic. I have some of that minced garlic. I didn't freeze all of it. I have some of it inside of one of these jars, the mason jars in my refrigerator. So this is gonna go here, and my harvest bowl, I'm gonna go wash these out. The basil and the parsley and all of that, and then I'm gonna put it on the racks, but I'm not gonna start this till tonight when everyone is sleeping. These are the pea pods, the peat pellets, boiling hot water. I poured it in the tray already. My basil's already in here and I'm smelling it, but it's not turned on. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna turn it on tonight when everyone goes to bed, and in the morning it will be finished. So these are my peat pellets. I want to start doing some corn. I soaked okra seeds. I mean, you can just put the okra seeds in the ground, which I probably will, but the purpose of this is to start more corn and start a succession planting for zucchini, and mostly zucchini because really not yellow squash, but there's some things, some other plants that I want to do, some other kinds of this zucchini that I want to do. I have the tags here. They've been soaking for about 4 days now, so they're ready to go. They're starting to get a smell on them, so they got to go. So we're gonna let this cool down. You're gonna have it cool down a little bit. And you know, last year I did pole beans, and last year I did pole beans, called cow peas, but I call it, and also it's called black eyed peas. Also, I did that, and that was the black eyed pea. It did well. It did well for the first time ever growing something like that. And the black eyed peas is what I made for New Year's. I don't know if everyone knows that, but like New Year's, the tradition is black eyed peas, fried fish. Yeah, and something green, collard greens. My husband is collard greens. His mother, my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, taught me how to fry fish. My mother do not do fry food. We were not doing fried foods when we were growing up. So she was the one who taught me how to fry fish. She taught me how to do collard greens also. So I did collard greens and the black eyed peas with the turkey neck, smoked turkey neck. Yeah, and it was good. So I'm thinking about doing that again, growing some more of that, but I need to soak it. I need to soak the pole beans. So I'm gonna soak it just like this, put it in one of these cups with the label. Let it sit overnight. That's the ideal thing, to have it soak overnight, but knowing me, I will get distracted, and ta-da, it's 4 days later, but it's gonna go in there. So we're just waiting for this to cool down. Urban Seeds is the only one that does not have the information, the grow information on the back. And my gardener has it on the back. They have it on their website. Baker Creek also, they have it on their website. They have it on the package. This is a pen, but okay. They have it on their website and they have it on their package as well. So I went on the website, I say all that to say I went on the website and I forgot how many days it takes to germinate. So this is the one ball. And I'm going to put it here because I have 2, 4, 6 seeds. So this is 6 right here. So I'm gonna put that right there in between. Oh, you can't see. So I'm gonna put the label right in between here. Move these over, Get my box. I should have gotten my box of labels. So we're gonna just do it like that. You can see, right? And I'm going to put that down there. I usually, you know what, I'm doing this all backwards because now I'm being videotaped. Now I'm on record of how I do it. So I usually lie down flat like this, flat in the soil like that. So I'm just gonna mix that up, rake up the soil a little bit, and you bury the seeds as big as the depth of the seed. And just give it a little tap, a little press. See how easy that is? You don't have to do a seed starting tray, fill it up, do your seed mix, shift your seed mix, because if you're using seed starting mix, definitely shift your thing, get all those big particles out of there. And also use the boiling hot water. Boiling hot water. So this I'm going to take, Nevaeh, get me the box that has these, please. They were in here. I don't know. I'm going to take this little thing right here, and I'm going to pop it right there in between.
Garage door.
All right? Hopefully that works. Hopefully. So my next one is, and you can start your, because I'm going to do that also, because I'm going to reuse these. I'm going to put hole in here. I'm going to put a hole in here in the bottom and put soil in it. Probably that same soil that I did that I don't like, with those peat pellets that I don't like. And I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to start seeds, or even transfer. Even do the transfers for these in here. I'm not wasting anything. This is the butternut squash, so that takes a little while. So let's find butternut squash. So this is the butternut squash. This is M.I. Gardner butternut squash, and they have information on the back. They have the germination rate. They have the days to maturity, which is 90 days. So we're gonna do, I might open this up. You don't need to open that up. So I have 2, 4, 5. Really? I didn't do 6. I didn't do 6. So we have 5. So that's awkward. So I'm gonna try to maneuver it this way, or just, don't be ridiculous, Sharon. Just take it out and do it this way. So that's 5. Like, agitate the soil a little bit. Put the seed in. Butternut squash is really yum. Okay? I made, is this? Yeah, 5. I think I'm gonna put another seed in here because I don't want to run the chance of, but I only soaked 5. Probably don't need 5 plants, but hey. Anyway, butternut squash is really yum. If you don't like sweet potato, get butternut squash. I mean, it's a substitute. You can substitute butternut squash for sweet potato. I can't remember. Oh, I put it in soup. I made it in soup. And they enjoyed that soup, and they enjoyed the butternut squash. They did. And I think I put it in something else. I can't remember. The one butternut squash I got last year. And oh my gosh, wait. That lasted, we used that this year. It was this year we used it. Yeah. It stores very well. That is, butternut squash is a winter squash. So it stores really well. So I'm going to take another tag with nothing on it and separate these things here, because we do not want what happened. And because I'm putting these like this straight down, it makes it boxes it in. Okay. All right, let me go help my daughter. Oh, Nevaeh's in here. I helped. And this is the yellow scallops. Yellow scallops. I think this is like, how many days? How many days is the yellow scallops? I don't think this takes that. And I don't think I have the, Nevaeh, come here. I need you to get it. So this is from, Nevaeh is over there. From Amazon. I purchased this from Amazon. And this is old. This is another old one. So God willing, we'll see something. This is the white one. But this is the white and this is the yellow. I have the yellow in my hand. So I'm looking for the yellow. I don't know. Oh, here it is. So this is Am I Gardener. Okay. Do you see the smile on my face? Because I know it's gonna work. I know it's gonna germinate. So this is 50 days to maturity. So I'm gonna stick my thing there. I'm gonna pour this out into here. And this is 6. I got 6 of these. I do like these. I grew them last year. I'm sure you can see in my intro video of my harvest of these. It was on the table, the butternut squash and all the things I harvest. And that was just like, I think that was like my first harvest, because let me tell you, every day I go out into the garden, something is ready to be harvested. Something is ready to be harvested. Every time I went out there, I would come back in and my husband was like, what do you have? What did you get? Tomatoes were ready, peppers are ready, zucchini squash. Those things take, the yellow squash, the crookneck, the crookneck squash and all that stuff, that does not take that long to germinate. It does not. Oh, and the tags, this is 1,000 pieces of tags that I purchased from Amazon. And it has, see, I have a pencil in there. I have to keep the pencil there. So that I'm not gonna do that because I will confuse myself. So I have some of these the labels that the plants didn't germinate because I kept doing it over and over again. So I have them in here. So I'll use them next year again, so I'll know what it is that I did, and then I'll just change the date on it. So this is what it looks like, and it comes with a marker, a black marker also. So that's what's written on these. That's what I use to write on the tags. So let me not get distracted and running my mouth and do this so we can be successful. So you see how close I have them together? They tend to, the roots come out of the side. They say you can plant it just like this in the ground, but I take it off. I take it off. But I feel like they're gonna stay in here for the period of time I told you. It was 2 weeks, true leaves. Give them some fish fertilizer because I'm gonna have them outside. Fish fertilizer, and then let them grow up for another 2 weeks. And then when they get to a certain point, I'm going to transplant them into a bigger pot. Let me just put it here now. Because once I finish planting out these, I'm going to, the okra, I believe I'm going to just put it in the ground. I'm just going to do that. This is the delicata. I believe the delicata takes about 100 days. Maybe not. That doesn't have the germination, the maturity on it. But I can look it up on other websites. I can Google it also. But I like delicata, so I grew, didn't know what it was last year. I just thought it was so pretty. And it's this package I got off of Amazon. I just thought it was so pretty. It was such a pretty looking thing. This is another winter squash. And I said, let me just get it. I would just buy it because it looks so good. So I got it. What fell? Huh? Huh?
The medicine one.
The what?
The
The vitamins. Okay, and this is a kabacha. It's a pumpkin. Let me show you. This. It's like a pumpkin, and you cut it up and you can put it in soups. I put it in soups. So this takes 90 to 100 days. Yeah, 90 to 100 days to germinate. And I'm only growing 2 because this is my first time growing it. So when I'm growing stuff for the first time, I've learned to just, it's a big seed. Look at that. That is a huge seed. Where are we at? Right here. That's a huge seed. I'm learning. Oh, I didn't agitate the soil. Now this is a big old seed. And you just push it down, cover it. I've learned to just go small and see how it grows. Didn't really do that with the tomatillas because I want to make green salsa. I want to make green salsa for my family. That recipe on Acre Homestead looks yum, and she seemed very excited about it. That's where I got my cowboy candy recipe from, Acre Homestead. She made that, and I grew jalapenos last year, like a lot of jalapenos. I didn't grow any more this year. I didn't grow any jalapenos this year. If you've seen any of my tours, it was mostly, I grew sweet peppers. This is spaghetti squash, and spaghetti squash. I went in 2, 4, 6, 7. I grew 7. So 2, 4, 6, and then 1 makes 7. So I'm going to do just what I did with the oh, I know why I did this, because I want spaghetti squash, and last year I grew spaghetti squash and I lost majority of my spaghetti squash to squash bugs. So what I was thinking is that I don't know, I'm gonna try this year to I like the netting that I used for the bird netting that I used. I'm thinking about covering the squash with that. But the thing about it is that spaghetti squash, it's a runner. So there's no way for me to cover it. But my zucchini, I can cover it. So I'm trying anything I can. I guess you just have to throw your hands in the air and say, you know what, not wave them like you just don't care, but but say, you know, it is what it is. So I am going to put another spaghetti squash seed there. Oh, I don't have any more. it's on the table. The package is on the table to remind me that I need to purchase spaghetti squash. And I purchased that off of Amazon, so I gotta go. That has to go right there. We have no choice but to do that. So because there's 7 here, you need to move over. And I need to put another one here, because we are not trying to have any mix-ups. We are trying to learn from our mistakes. And this is cockazelle zucchini. Cockazelle zucchini. Sorry for that loud noise. So, okay, I'm gonna put it here. Battery died while I was running my mouth. So I hope you guys got.
Was it flashing while you were recording?
I was not looking at it, sir. And I'm recording now. My husband's asking me, was I not flashing? Was it not flashing while I was recording? I was not looking at that. I was worrying about what I was doing. Okay, so this is the Italian striped zucchini. And, you know, zucchini is just like 45 days, I believe. Hi, I just want to say, if this is your first time here and you did not see my composting video, and when I showed you how to how I use my peat pellets, when you're pouring the hot water, the boiling hot water into these to regenerate the pellets, please make sure I'm sorry. Please make sure you put it inside of a container that you know is not going to melt, because it's boiling hot water and it will melt. Whether you're doing it on the stove or a kettle. So I want to say thank you to Elwanda, because I think I was doing a tour and I was showing the tomatillas, first time growing tomatillas, and I was showing the tomatillas, and I said I have to Google to see how they grow, or how I can to harvest them, when to harvest them. And she Googled it for me and gave me the information. I'm trying to get this thing right. She Googled it for me and gave me the information. And I want to say thank you, Elwanda. I really appreciate, I hope I'm saying your name. It's Elwanda A. So thank you so much. I pray I'm saying your name right. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. I love this community. I love this gardening community, YouTube, and all of this. I love it. Also, I want to say a lot of people are putting in where they're looking, where they're viewing from. I like that as well. Please continue to do so, because it warms my heart. It makes me feel good that you're taking that time out of your day to watch my video. And I just want to say thank you so much. So it's getting late. It's late. So I'm going to go up, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. My son Aiden, who came up, if you didn't see that video, he's short. I shouldn't say that because he has a short man complex though.
Hello everybody.
This is the young man that came up, my 9-year-old that came up with that name, A Beautiful Jungle, from last year. He came into the garden when everything was looking beautiful, and the tomatoes and the okra and everything was looking amazing, and he said, "Mommy, do you know what you have here? A beautiful jungle." I said, "What?" He said, "A beautiful jungle." So while we were throwing names around, it just came to me, like, he said it's a beautiful jungle. And he also gave me, what's the other name you said? Why you have to do your head like that? I'm sorry.
God is in your garden.
God is in your garden. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Amen. God is in your garden. Amen. So I'm going to sign off tonight. Okay. So everyone wants to get a shout out.
Bruce.
Come on, stop. This, this is my little monkey. He got a really short haircut. He's usually very hairy and curt. Brucey, say hi. His name is Bruce Banner, which should be real funny because look how small he is. Get him. But thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. I'm blown away with this. Thank you so much. I feel like I should have done this last year or started even earlier when I was starting my seeds, but in God's time, right? So please please turn on your notification for when a video is coming out, because clearly a video is coming out every day now. And subscribe. And I wish you a blessed day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.